Well, it's the top of the month, so you know what that means. Well, you probably don't, because this is the first time I've done this, but the first month of the Secret Joke contest has come and gone, and now it's time to give away this copy of Persona 5 Strikers. The Secret Joke Awards start now.
We're born to run and race the wind and chase the clouds across the sky. I've got a parasite that's digging, telling me it's not my fight. But here I am, all tossed and reckless, lost and shipwrecked. How can I just let it go? Let it go. Just let it go.
Now, seeing as this was the first month when the Secret Joke contest was held, I naturally expected a lot of people to flail around and fall on their ass a few times as they tried and failed to guess the secret joke. After all, this was only the first month, and so naturally you aren't going to figure out my style and way of thinking. As the months go by, hopefully you guys will become more and more fine-tuned to my way of thinking, and become more adept at connecting the secret jokes in the videos with the clues in the descriptions. So as I explain each secret joke throughout this video, please do not get frustrated as you think to yourself, how was anyone supposed to figure that out without reading your mind? Trust me, you'll get the hang of it eventually. Just use the lessons you learn in today's video to help you figure out the secret jokes in the future. So, without further ado, let's get this party started with... On February 1st, 2021, I published the video Final Fantasy X HD Remaster number 1, How Do They Breathe? The clue for that video's secret joke was Masters of the Universe. The final instance of the secret joke came at approximately 15 minutes 40 seconds when I said this. I have the power! This was a reference to the fact that Titus was holding his sword up like He-Man from the 80s cartoon He-Man in the Masters of the Universe. Right after He-Man held up the sword like that, he would always say, I have the power. The first person to correctly guess the secret joke was a guy named Jonathan Allison. No alias was requested. As you can see, he identified this moment pretty much flawlessly, so Jonathan Allison gets the first spot in the finals. And he also has the distinction of being the first person to ever correctly guess a secret joke in this entire contest. Jonathan Allison, if you're watching, know that even if you never win a prize on this channel, you will forever be the first person to guess a secret joke, and nobody can ever take that away from you. On February 2nd, 2021, I published the video Final Fantasy X HD Remaster number 2, Plunder Through the Ruins. The clue for that video's secret joke was cough syrup. The final instance of the secret joke came at approximately 14 minutes and 19 seconds when I said this. And I get Morlene, nice! This is the first secret joke I expected a lot of people to be able to identify as the secret joke, seeing as I was calling the high potion something it very clearly was not called. However, it isn't enough that you recognize that this is the secret joke. To win that day, you also have to correctly explain what exactly this secret joke is a reference to. And that, I anticipated, would be a lot more difficult than simply noticing when I say something that sounds out of place. In this case, it's a play on words. In this game, the high in high potion is clearly meant to mean the opposite of low, as in it's a potion that's higher up on the pecking order than a regular potion. However, the prefix high could also refer to getting high, as in high on drugs. So I called it lean, which is the name of a purple liquid narcotic, and it has to be liquid because the high potion in the game is also a liquid, that is made using soda, hard candy, and prescription cough syrup. It is important to note that this is the first time when I had the secret joke be said multiple times throughout the video. For example, even earlier in the video, this happened. Ah, I got some lean. Nice. However, in order to win, the entrant had to identify the final time the secret joke was said, and that was 14 minutes 19 seconds. The first person to correctly guess the secret joke was a guy who has asked to be referred to by the alias Mr. Loxon. What's interesting about this entry is that he filled out the form at 1:47 p.m. Central Time Zone, the day after the video was published. The video had been up for more than 20 hours before someone finally swooped in and guessed the secret joke. Let this be a lesson to everyone. Do not assume that just because you didn't manage to watch the video when it was brand new that you're out of the running for the secret joke for that day. In any event, Mr. Loxon is the finalist for Day 2. On February 3rd, 2021, I published the video Final Fantasy X HD Remaster Number 3, Riku's Butt Cheeks. The clue for that video's secret joke was consoles. The final instance of the secret joke came at approximately 16 minutes 21 seconds, when I said this.
Oh, we means you.
What about the Switch? The reference here should be obvious. It's a reference to the fact that the past 3 consoles manufactured by Nintendo were called the Wii U Switch. Simple enough, right? Sometimes I like to give you guys easy secret jokes like that, at which point winning the day becomes more of a race to see who can get through the video faster than actually deciphering a puzzle. The first person to correctly guess the secret joke was a guy who has asked to go by the alias I Only Heal, who filled out his form at 11:55 p.m. Central Time Zone, the same night as the video went public. I was kind of disappointed it took that long to guess the joke, seeing as how easy I made the joke for that day. Be that as it may, I Only Heal gets spot number 3 in the final drawing. On February 4th, 2021, I published the video Final Fantasy X HD Remaster Number 4, The Lil Hawaiian Village. The clue for that video's secret joke was, Whoa-ho, it's magic. The final instance of the secret joke came at approximately 16 minutes 14 seconds when I said this.
You're serious?
No, I'm Bellatrix. This is a reference to Harry Potter. One of the major supporting characters in that series was Sirius, named after a star of the same name in the Canis Major constellation, which is a constellation in the southern hemisphere, which may explain why most Americans have never heard of it before. Sirius's sister, who was evil, was named Bellatrix, also named after a star of the same name, in this case, a star in the Orion constellation. The first person to correctly guess the secret joke was a guy who has asked to go by the name Simple Shooter, who filled out his form at 8:03 p.m. Central Time Zone, the same night the video went public. While his recital of the secret joke itself is a little bit off, it's clear that he understood the secret joke and what it was a reference to, so I decided to count that. So, Simple Shooter gets spot number 4 in the final drawing. On February 5th, 2021, I published the video Final Fantasy X HD Remaster Number 5, Grabbin' My Balls. The clue for that video's secret joke was, You're Fired. The final instance of the secret joke came at approximately 20 minutes and 3 seconds when I said this.
Okay.
She gonna take the oath of office or something? This was a callback to a joke I made earlier in the video where I said this.
If the prayer is heard, the apprentice becomes a fully fledged summoner.
So summoner means president. That was a reference to the fact that The Apprentice was a reality TV show starring now former President Donald Trump, who was still the lame duck president at the time I recorded that video. Trump graduated from The Apprentice to become President of the United States. I felt the joke fit. The clue, "You're fired," is a reference to the reality show's signature catchphrase. Basically, that show's equivalent to "Come on down for The Price is Right" or "Space: The Final Frontier" for Star Trek. So when I asked if Yuna was going to take the oath of office, that was a callback to that earlier joke. Since she was now making the transition to president, she would obviously need to take the oath of office before she could officially assume her duties. The first one to correctly guess the secret joke was I Only Heal, the same guy who got the number 3 spot. This time around, he filled out his form at 11:31 p.m. Central Time Zone the same night as the video went up. Congratulations, I Only Heal, you are the first person to get 2 entries into the finals, so you currently have the best chance of winning. On February 6, 2021, I published the video Final Fantasy X HD Remaster number 6, Friendly Fire from Kimari. The clue for that video's secret joke was, "Mommy, I'm scared." The final instance of the secret joke came at approximately 2 minutes, 13 seconds when I said this.
Come play with me some more.
Forever and ever and ever. This is a straightforward reference. It's a reference to The Shining. Whenever the 2 ghost girls asked Danny to come play with them, they added the phrase, "Forever and ever," followed by Danny giving the line, "Mommy, I'm scared." Nobody actually guessed the secret joke for this video, so for the first time, I had to run a backup drawing to determine who would receive the number 6 spot in the finals. An entrant who has asked to go by the alias PPS was selected, and he was one of the last people to fill out a form for that day, waiting until 4:29 p.m. the next day to submit his form, only 31 minutes before the opportunity to do so had closed. Let this be a lesson to anyone who is discouraged from filling out the forms because they think they're too late. Unless it's been more than 24 hours, then no, it's not too late. On February 7th, 2021, I published the video Final Fantasy X HD Remaster number 7, Like Father, Like Son. The clue for that video's secret joke was Sherwood Schwartz. The final instance of the secret joke came at approximately 15 minutes, 15 seconds when I said this. Oh god, weather's starting to get rough. Oh god, I knew we shouldn't have had a 3-hour tour, damn it. This was the last in a series of references to the TV show Gilligan's Island, a comedy show created by Sherwood Schwartz. The moment in that episode that first inspired me to make Gilligan's Island references, that episode was this shot, which I affectionately dubbed Killica's Isle in the actual episode, seeing as how this shot looks startlingly similar to the title card for Gilligan's Island. Now here's where I have to start getting a little disappointed in my fans. To my utter shock, amazement, and disappointment, nobody actually decided to fill out a form for this day. No, seriously, I literally got 0 responses to the secret joke contest for this day. Guys, you want to win, right? You want to win the prize, don't you? You know you have to fill out the form in order to win, right? Well, nobody did for this episode, so nobody gets the number 7 spot. If that day ends up winning the final drawing, then that means that nobody wins the final drawing for this month, which in turn means I don't have to send the prize to anybody and I can just save the money. I wish I didn't have to do it that way, but I kinda have no choice. I can't select a winner when literally nobody has entered. On February 8th, 2021, I published the video Final Fantasy X HD Remaster number 8, Bye Bye Killica. The clue for that video's secret joke was Melville. The final instance of the secret joke came at approximately 6 minutes 14 seconds when I said this. There she blows! This is a reference to the iconic line from the 1851 novel Moby Dick, written by American novelist Herman Melville. Once again, nobody even filled out a form on this video, so nobody gets the number 8 spot. Guys, you do know that if you can't figure out the secret joke, you can still enter the form and hope to win the backup drawing, right? You guys do know that, right? Every time you guys go an entire day without anyone filling out a form, that only increases the likelihood that nobody will win the prize. Well, be that as it may, the number 8 spot in the final drawing goes to nobody. On February 9th, 2021, I published the video Final Fantasy X HD Remaster number 9, Yuno Wants to Bone Titus. The clue for that video's secret joke was, I won't do what you tell me. The final instance of the secret joke came at approximately 12 minutes 34 seconds when this happened. That is the beginning of the entrance music for famous professional wrestler Stone Cold Steve Austin. Specifically, it is the beginning of the song he used for his entrance music during 1998 and 1999 when Steve Austin was at the height of his popularity. The title for that song was I Won't Do What You Tell Me, because Austin, at the time, was portraying the character of a rebellious anti-hero who often went out of his way to antagonize Vince McMahon for no other reason than he just didn't like authority. The actual joke here is that the glass-shattering sound effect, which signifies the start of a random encounter in this game, reminds me of the glass-shattering sound effect that has become a staple of Steve Austin's entrance theme. Nobody guessed the secret joke for this video, but at least this time around, some people actually submitted forms, so I was able to run a backup drawing to determine a finalist. The winner of the backup drawing is a guy who has asked to go by the alias of, Anus Breeder. Great nickname, bro. Real damn nice. So, Anus Breeder gets the number 9 spot in the final drawing. On February 10th, 2021, I published the video Final Fantasy X HD Remaster number 10, Climbing the Stairs. The clue for that video's secret joke was butthole lickings in the clouds. The final instance of the secret joke came at approximately 16 minutes 54 seconds when I said this. Well, good for you. Keep hauling that dried food. This is a reference to High Hrothgar, a mountain in the 2011 best-selling game, The Elder Scrolls V Skyrim. The clue, butthole lickings in the clouds, is a rather immature reference to Skyrim's name. Rim meaning butthole licking, and sky meaning in the clouds. I made this reference because the stairs we were climbing up reminded me of the 7,000 steps of High Hrothgar, especially since we were making the trek to a monastery. Once again, there is no winner for this day. However, unlike days 7 and 8, this time around we actually got some people who filled out their forms. However, nobody correctly guessed the secret joke, and all the people who filled out forms for this day are people who have already obtained spots in the finals, so while there were people who gave forms, there was nobody eligible to win any backup drawings, so nobody wins this day as well. On February 11th, 2021, I published the video Final Fantasy X HD Remaster number 11, Donna and Her Thong. The clue for that video's secret joke was alternative. The final instance of the secret joke came at approximately 2 minutes 3 seconds when I said this.
You do what you want, Bartella, we're leaving.
Yeah, don't forget the safe word! This is a reference to the fact that Donna and her guardian Barthelo look like they're dressed for a night at a bondage club. The safe word is a near universal tool in any BDSM relationship. Whenever a submissive says the safe word, the dominant is supposed to immediately cease what he or she is doing and break all contact with the submissive. The sex ends on the spot. The clue, alternative, is a reference to the fact that BDSM is often referred to as an alternative lifestyle. Once again, there is no winner for this day. However, like with Day 10, there were some people who filled out forms. Just like with Day 10, nobody guessed the secret joke, and just like Day 10, everyone who filled out a form was already in the final drawing anyway. So once again, nobody wins this day either. On February 12, 2021, I published the video Final Fantasy X HD Remaster number 12, It's Wakka's Fault. The clue for that video's secret joke was Moonwalk. The final instance of the secret joke came at approximately 3 minutes 5 seconds when I said this. What, you always feel like someone's watching you, and you got no privacy? What, do you just want to be left alone? The moonwalk is a dance move invented by Michael Jackson. The things I said during this section of the video are lyrics from another Michael Jackson song, Somebody's Watching Me, which contains these lyrics.
All I want is to be left alone. I always feel like somebody's watching me, and I have no privacy.
The first person to correctly guess the secret joke was a guy who has asked to go by the name That Other Guy, who submitted the winning form at 1:27 p.m. CST the next day. That other guy gets the number 12 spot. On February 13, 2021, I published the video Final Fantasy X HD Remaster number 13, Awkward Whistling. The clue for that video's secret joke was Horror Shop. The final instance of the secret joke came at approximately 6 minutes 50 seconds when I said this.
You too. Bow your head.
No, lift up your head and wipe off the mascara. This is a reference to the song Suddenly Seymour from the movie Little Shop of Horrors. Right before that song plays, Seymour expresses his affection for his love interest Audrey when he says this line.
Lift up your head, wash off your mascara.
Now, earlier in the video, I said the line, "Well, feed me all night long." This is also a line from that movie, specifically from the song Feed Me, Get It. However, because the line came earlier in the video, it doesn't count. That other guy once again became the first one to correctly guess the secret joke, and he did so when he submitted the winning form at 8:53 a.m. CST the next day. So congratulations, that other guy, you are now tied with I Only Heal in having the best chance of winning the big prize. On February 14th, 2021, I published the video Final Fantasy X HD Remaster number 14, Becoming an Owlbed Hater. The clue for that video's secret joke was Disney. The final instance of the secret joke came at approximately 17 minutes 37 seconds when I said this.
Hey, let it go, alright?
Well, you just can't hold it back
Don't
anymore,
go near
can
Owlbed
you?
anymore.
This is a reference to the song Let It Go from the Disney movie Frozen. If I even have to explain it in more detail than that, then you're an idiot. Once again, that other guy swoops in and correctly guesses the secret joke, submitting the winning form at 12:28 p.m. CST the next day. This makes that other guy the first official three-peat in the contest's history. That is, the first person to get 3 entries in the final drawing, the maximum you're allowed to get each month. He now pulls in front of I Only Heal as the one most likely to win the prize. On February 15th, 2021, I published the video Final Fantasy X HD Remaster number 15, my first Blitzball game. The clue for that video's secret joke was cartoons mixed with live action. The final instance of the secret joke came at approximately 9 minutes 56 seconds when I said this.
Really great.
More on Mountain Here We Come. This is a reference to the movie Space Jam. In that movie, at halftime, Sylvester gave the following line.
More on Mountain, here we come.
I decided to use that line because I ended the first half losing the game 3-0. Nobody won this day. Once again, this is a case of there not being any eligible forms, like with days 10 and 11, rather than there being no forms at all, like with days 7 and 8. On February 16th, 2021, I published the video Final Fantasy X HD Remaster number 16, Dat Laugh-Do. The clue for that video's secret joke was Luke. The final instance of the secret joke came at approximately 11 minutes 27 seconds when I said this.
No, that's ridiculous! No way! I don't believe you!
Search your feelings, you know it's true. This is a reference to the movie Star Wars Episode V: The Empire Strikes Back. Specifically, it is a reference to the now iconic scene where Darth Vader admits to being Luke Skywalker's father.
Not true. That's impossible. Search your feelings, you know it to be true.
Nobody won this day. Once again, this is a case of there not being any eligible forms, like with days 10 and 11, rather than there being no forms at all, like with days 7 and 8. On February 17th, 2021, I published the video Final Fantasy X HD Remaster number 17, Let's Go Get Him. The clue for that video's secret joke was time travel. The final instance of the secret joke came at approximately 7 minutes 50 seconds when I said this.
And I'm Alma. We've been charged to guard the high road.
Where we're going, we don't
There have
need
been reports
roads.
of a
This is a reference to the last line of dialogue in the movie Back to the Future, where Emmett Brown says that exact same line right before the credits roll. Nobody won this day. Once again, this is a case of there not being any eligible forms, like with days 10 and 11, rather than there being no forms at all, like with days 7 and 8. On February 18th, 2021, I published the video Final Fantasy X HD Remaster number 18, Waka Doesn't Feel Tired. The clue for that video's secret joke was Arnold. The final instance of the secret joke came at approximately 13 minutes 57 seconds when I said this. Alright everyone, chill. Seeing as Lulu was making ice puns whenever she cast an ice spell, I felt it was only fitting for me to borrow directly from the king of Kafips himself, Arnold Schwarzenegger. A Kafip, by the way, stands for corny as fuck ice pun. Anyway, the ice pun I went with is the same as this one from the So Bad It's Good movie, Batman and Robin.
Alright everyone, chill.
The first person to correctly guess the secret joke has asked to go by the alias Amy. Yeah, we actually have a lady who's won this time. She submitted the winning form at 12:27 p.m. Central Time Zone, the day after the video went up. So congratulations, Amy! You can take your place alongside the sausage fest that is the rest of this month's finalists. On February 19th, 2021, I published the video Final Fantasy X HD Remaster number 19, The Hunter Becomes the Prey. The clue for that video's secret joke was Greek translations. The final instance of the secret joke came at approximately 3 minutes 50 seconds when I said this.
Was it using lots of Machina or something? Oh. Wait, was that such a bad thing, really?
Well, if it literally comes from God, then yeah, it's bad.
It's funny.
This is a reference to the literary plot device known as a Deus Ex Machina, which is Greek for God from the Machine. The Deus Ex Machina is a plot device whereby a seemingly unsolvable problem in a story is suddenly and abruptly resolved by an unexpected and unlikely occurrence. It's generally considered to be a cop-out in modern writing, your story being accused of being resolved through a Deus Ex Machina is usually considered to be a direct attack on the quality of your writing, because it implies that you are incapable of delivering a satisfying resolution that doesn't come completely out of nowhere. Which is why in the video I said that when the Machina comes from God, that is to say, when the Machina is of the Deus Ex variety, then it is indeed a bad thing. The first person to correctly guess the secret joke contest was a guy who has asked to go by the alias RC. He submitted the winning form at 8:26 AM the day after the video went up. Congrats RC, you have won the number 19 spot in the final drawing. On February 20th, 2021, I published the video Final Fantasy X HD Remaster number 20, Seymour's Not So Bad. The clue for that video's secret joke was Saban. The final instance of the secret joke came at approximately 20 minutes 48 seconds when I said this. Alright, well I'm here at Vasquez Rock, so the command center must be right here. Because the place that I was supposed to go to was called the Command Center, I decided to make a joke referring to the first command center I ever knew as a kid. The command center for the Saban's Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, which used the exterior of the Brandy Spartan Campus Retreat Building of the American Jewish University in Los Angeles, California, and through the use of photo manipulation was made to look like it was located outside the Vasquez Rocks Formation in the Sierra Pilona Mountains. Now, in the next episode, which I recorded at the same time as this episode, I mentioned how I didn't even need a power coin to enter the command center. That was a reference to the corresponding aspect of Power Rangers lore, that nobody can enter the command center without a power coin. Due to how much stuff ended up getting cut out of that recording before it got released, those two moments ended up being in two different episodes. If they were part of the same episode, then this moment would have been the appropriate secret joke. But since they were on two different episodes, that ended up not panning out the way I had originally planned. For the second day running, RC swoops in and guesses the secret joke by submitting the winning form at 9:17 AM the day after the video went up. So RC is now tied for second place in terms of who is most likely to win the prize. On February 21st, 2021, I published the video Final Fantasy X HD Remaster number 21, Wakka's Religious Intolerance. The clue for that video's secret joke was the Drifters. The final instance of the secret joke came at approximately 8 minutes 52 seconds when I said this. Okay, got another boardwalk? This is actually two references at once. Since Owaka mentioned that he has a monopoly, I used the word boardwalk, the most expensive space in the board game Monopoly. The clue in the description was the Drifters, and they are a group of 4 singers who collectively sang the song Under the Boardwalk. Now, admittedly, this was a mistake on my end. For many years, I always assumed that they were actually singing Another Boardwalk, not Under the Boardwalk. To be completely honest, I never paid that much attention to this song. It's one that plays in my local grocery store from time to time, and I only recognize the song because it has the word boardwalk in it, which is a space in Monopoly. However, by the time I realized that I had gotten the song wrong all this time, it was already too late. I had already given that as the secret joke, and so it was too late for me to go change it. Perhaps because I botched the execution of the secret joke, nobody actually filled out a form for this day. I wrestled with the idea of throwing this day out altogether and only having 28 finalists this month. However, I ultimately decided against it because while it might be my fault for botching the secret joke itself, the form was still open for people to try for the backup drawing or the last chance drawing. That much is on you guys. So no, nobody wins day 21, And if Day 21 ends up being the winner for the final drawing, then nobody wins the prize. On February 22nd, 2021, I published the video Final Fantasy X HD Remaster number 22, A Great Big Fight. The clue for that video's secret joke was Countdown to Destruction. The final instance of the secret joke came at approximately 8 minutes 30 seconds when I said this. Okay, they're all dead. Z-Wave, Z-Wave. This is a reference to the death of Zordon in the season finale of Power Rangers in Space. The title of that episode was Countdown to Destruction, and the energy Zordon released with his death wave caused a very similar visual effect when it disintegrated the forces of evil to that which we see in this game. This energy wave that Zordon releases has no name in the official canon, but the fans have given it the name Z-Wave, and so I used that term here. The first one to correctly guess the secret joke was Amy, the girl who won Day 18. She filled out the winning form at 5:05 AM Central Time Zone the day after the video went up. So Amy wins Day 22. On February 23rd, 2021, I published the video Final Fantasy X HD Remaster number 23, Let the Race Commence. The clue for that video's secret joke was Arnold. The final instance of the secret joke came at approximately 11 minutes 18 seconds when I said this. Yeah, that's good. Maybe you could practice in front of a mirror or something. This is a reference to a deleted scene in Terminator 2 Judgment Day, when John Connor was trying to teach the T-800 how to smile. On its first try, the T-800 gave off a rather cringe-worthy smile, prompting John to deliver the following line.
That's good. Maybe you could practice in front of a mirror or something.
I used that line in this video because Kamali's practice smile was just as cringy, and just like in Terminator 2, it is clear that the game developers intended for that smile to be cringy. Nobody guessed this secret joke, so I had to run a backup drawing to determine the winner. The one who was randomly selected was Ethan Ramirez. No alias was requested. So Ethan Ramirez wins Day 23. On February 24th, 2021, I published the video Final Fantasy X HD Remaster number 24, a surprisingly decent puzzle. The clue for that video's secret joke was ghetto speak. The final instance of the secret joke came at approximately 15 minutes 58 seconds when I said this.
Can I shake your hand?
In the hood.
Aaron.
This is a reference to how Barthelo looks like a thug in this shot, given the way he is crossing his arms and tilting his head at a 45-degree angle. Don't believe me? Well, here, let me just have him wear a baseball cap sideways. There, do you see it now? Nobody got the secret joke for this day, so I had to run a backup drawing. The winner for this backup drawing has asked to go by the alias NA. So NA gets the number 24 spot. On February 25th, 2021, I published the video Final Fantasy X HD Remaster number 25, Yuna Sleeps In. The clue for that video's secret joke was Catch a Cold. The final instance of the secret joke came at approximately 17 minutes 53 seconds when I said this. Another sneeze, damn it. This is the latest of a series of references in that video to the fact that the monster I was fighting, the Achoo, has a name that sounds like the sound you make when you sneeze. Achoo! Achoo! Nobody guessed the secret joke for this day either, so I had to run another backup drawing. The winner of the backup drawing has asked to go by the alias Adams and Jefferson. So the second and third presidents now hold the number 25 spot in the final drawing. On February 26, 2021, I published the video Final Fantasy X HD Remaster number 26, Totally Not Elephants. The clue for that video's secret joke was Spielberg. The final instance of the secret joke came at approximately 5 minutes 14 seconds when I said this. Spared no expense. This is a quote from the Steven Spielberg movie Jurassic Park.
Spared no expense.
The joke here is that the look of astonishment that Titus gives, while the audience is kept in suspense of just what exactly he's gawking at, is similar to the looks of astonishment used in the trailers for Jurassic Park. Those trailers never fully showed the dinosaurs that the tourists were supposed to be gawking at, so you had to actually see the movie to see the dinosaurs, just like how this game keeps the audience in suspense of these not elephants. Furthermore, when the not elephants were actually revealed to the player in the game, the way it was moving looks awfully similar to the Brachiosaurus movement seen in Jurassic Park. So it definitely seems that the game director Yoshinori Kitase spared no expense in ripping off this movie. For the 5th day in a row, nobody guessed the secret joke for this day, so once again, a backup drawing had to occur. The winner of this backup drawing goes by the alias XX Ladder Master XX. So that guy, whose name is a mouthful, has earned the number 26 spot. On February 27th, 2021, I published the video Final Fantasy X HD Remaster number 27, A Modest Proposal. The clue for that video's secret joke was being your canary. The final instance of the secret joke came at approximately 21 minutes 43 seconds when I said this.
She must ease the suffering of all Spira.
'Tis foolishness. If all were so easy, why none would suffer in this world?
To Lady Yuna.
This is the second of 2 instances when I scoff at Seymour's prospects for an arranged marriage in order to bring peace to Spira. This line is pulled verbatim from the play I Want to Be Your Canary, which is a play that happens during the events of Final Fantasy IX. While acting in that play, main character Zidane uses this exact line in order to scoff at the notion of an arranged marriage being used as a political maneuver. Once again, nobody guessed the secret joke, so I held the 6th backup drawing in a row. The winner of this backup drawing has asked to go by the alias Young J. Congratulations, Young J, you have pulled a 6-peat, as well as earned the coveted number 27 spot. More people have won from that spot than those who've actually won from the number 30 spot, so kudos to you! And last but not least, on February 28th, 2021, I published the video Why I Say Sorcerers Instead of Philosopher's Stone, Harry Potter Retrospective number 1-13. The clue for that video's secret joke was Mesa, Arizona. The final instance of the secret joke came at approximately 23 minutes 9 seconds when I said this. You get bitten by a werewolf and you're fucked. This is a reference to former, and now disgraced, Mesa, Arizona police officer Philip Brailsford, who is infamous for murdering Daniel Shaver in cold blood back in 2016, only to be acquitted of his murder charges. He is notorious for the fact that the rifle he used to kill Daniel Shaver with notoriously had the phrase, "You're fucked," inscribed on it. And nobody guessed the secret joke this time either, thereby creating a solid week where I had to do backup drawings every day that week. The winner of the backup drawing has asked to go by the alias Sandy Joe, so Sandy Joe earns the coveted number 28 spot in the final drawing. So that just leaves the last chance drawing. As I mentioned when I first announced this contest, everyone who didn't manage to get a spot in the final drawing, either by guessing the secret joke or winning a backup drawing, will be entered into one more random drawing. All eligible daily entries were put into this drawing, and those who participated in the contest every day last month have a total of 28 entries into the last chance drawing. After taking all the non-winning entries for the past month and assigning a number to each of them, I now use a random number generator to randomly select someone. Well, the winner of the last chance drawing has asked to go by the alias the Jacksonian Democrat, and before anyone asks, yes, I checked the addresses and he does indeed live in the same city as Adams and Jefferson, who has a similar alias naming scheme, so they very easily could be friends with one another. And before anyone asks, yes, collaborating with your friends offline to try and figure out the secret joke together is allowed. Yes, you can do that. That is not against the rules. It's only against the rules to publicly acknowledge what the secret joke is in such a way that it obstructs everyone else's ability to participate in the contest. In any event, the Jacksonian Democrat earns the final spot in the final drawing. And now it's time for the main event. The 29 finalists have been determined. They are each assigned a whole number from 1 to 29, with their number corresponding to the day they won. So the winner of February 1st will be assigned number 1. The winner of Valentine's Day will be assigned number 14, while the winner of the last chance drawing will be assigned number 29, and so on and so forth. I will be using the random number generator app from the website of calculator.net for the final drawing. The lower limit will be left at its default value of 1. I will set the upper limit to 29 and ask it to come up with a whole number within that range. Whichever number is chosen, the corresponding participant will win the prize and will have their copy of Persona 5 Strikers shipped to them ASAP. And the winner of the Secret Joke Contest for the month of February 2021 is... Number 3, I Only Heal. Congratulations, my boy! You will be hearing from me soon about your prize delivery. Well, everyone, I hope you all had fun. I'll be holding contests just like this one every single month, so even if you didn't win this month, I encourage you to continue watching the channel. Who knows, maybe the next month's big winner will be you. For the month of March 2021, I'll be giving away a copy of It Takes Two by EA. And even if you're not even remotely interested in that game, you'll have the option of selecting a $40 cash prize instead. In the meantime, however, I am Acer Thorn, and I will see you guys later. Peace!
We're born to run